Matt Prehm, 247 Sports, covers Oregon with us on 365 Sports. Matt, yesterday, or when Dan Lanning, you knew his name was going to come up, and it will again. But the question you asked, his response, and what's been the reaction since he basically said, I'm not going anywhere?
Yeah, it's not a surprise to those that cover Oregon, not a surprise to the fan base here at Oregon. He's made it abundantly clear he's committed to what he's building at Oregon. He referenced the fact that he has full commitment from a resources standpoint, from administration standpoint. He likes the people he's working with. He likes the setup he's got. He's winning at a high level. But not only is that important to him, he's made it very clear since he arrived at Oregon that he is looking to plant roots. He's not moving across the country all the time. He's done that. He has lived in like 7 or 8 different places in the last 15 years. He's gone through 5 schools in 5 years as he's moved up the coaching ranks. And he's made it very clear that for his family, it's important for them to establish roots. His wife loves living in Eugene. His kids have found a home here in Eugene, and he's made that abundantly clear. And he said that on Monday night. And I think the response from it is how brutally honest he is. And this was a moment where he showed that. And he said that a lot of coaches in this profession have an opportunity to address these types of rumors. And oftentimes coaches are afraid to do it, and they don't really give a good answer because they're afraid of having what he said, egg on their face, of doing something and saying something and then doing the opposite down the road. And he backed it up by saying, I'm not afraid of that. I'm not leaving Oregon. And look, he may leave down the road. That may happen, but he has made it very clear that he has a 13, a 12-year-old, and a 10-year-old boy, and he wants them all to go to the same high school. He wants them all to graduate through the same school system, and that's where they're at right now. And it would have surprised me if he left down the road. No, but it would surprise me in the near future. The next 5, 10, 15 years, he's in Eugene. He has everything he wants. He has made that clear. He made it clear last night that he is taken care of wholeheartedly. He makes the base salary is $7 million, but a lot of people don't realize that he also gets an additional $1 million in deferred payments every season by the University of Oregon. He also will kick in a contract extension and a raise should they win on Saturday, because they will make a benchmark for his contract, and that can happen 3 more times on top of that. So his salary is only going to go up. He's only going to get more money. And if he keeps winning like he says he's focused on, his deal will get redone anyways, and he will get taken care of even more.
Matt, they've had coaches at Oregon who have been successful and had other jobs and walked away. And I know Chip Kelly, the lure of the NFL. Taggart went to Florida State. Cristobal to Miami. Does it, in your opinion, though, this does seem different? And does the Big Ten being a part of their future, do you think that's also something that kicks into the equation?
It's different. No doubt. The Big Ten equation factors in as well, I'm sure. But you go and you look at what Willie Taggart said when he was asked, are you going to be the head coach at Oregon in 2018? He couldn't answer the question. He dodged it. He avoided it. Mario Cristobal, when I asked him about the Miami rumors after the loss to Utah in Las Vegas, which was ending up being days later, days before he left Oregon, he couldn't answer the question. He avoided it. He tried to change subjects. He said, don't create narratives that aren't out there. They didn't answer the question. And that's the difference. If you go back and you watch the videos of previous coaches leaving at Oregon and you watch Dan's, they're completely different. The tone is different. The awkwardness is completely eliminated. And Dan is also referenced, I don't know if I can't say if he's referencing those 2 coaches specifically, Taggart and Cristobal, but he has said that coaches have left schools and have not found the same success, and that the grass is not always greener when they leave a university. And he is all in on Eugene. His commitment to not just Oregon, but to this community is above and beyond what we have seen from previous coaches, even Chip Kelly. I think what we're seeing is Dan Lanning going through the same realization that Mike Bellotti a long time ago made when he was being courted by USC. The comfort of living in Eugene is tough to beat. And Bellotti at that time when he was being courted by USC had two kids that were in high school. They're a little bit older age than Dan Lanning's kids are, but Bellotti quickly realized I'm paid handsomely and I can still be involved in all my kids' activities. I can still be a family man because the commute is different. The commitment is, the attention is different. And Lanning is going, I think, through that same realization that, hey, I live very close to the football facility. I can get home really quickly. I can still do school pickups. I can still go to my kids' sporting events or after-school activities and still be all committed to what is required of him here at the University of Oregon. You can't do that at other schools just because of the lifestyle and the commitment of a commute.
Matt, one more thing, and obviously Arizona State, and who knows in the Pac-12, it's top-heavy, but the midsection, even though like Arizona's made this run, Washington State, Colorado have a free fall. They have ASU this week. You don't see anything at all. And he also, by doing that, did he eliminate any potential distractions just because of social media and everybody knows everything?
I think this team's pretty locked in regardless, but if there was any doubt, he ended that quickly. And it also helps that while Arizona State's record isn't very good, they just went to the Rose Bowl last weekend and kicked the butt of UCLA and probably delivered maybe the final nail in Chip Kelly's coffin at UCLA. This team is pretty focused, pretty locked in, and he probably eliminated any doubt if there was any, but knowing this team, I would be pretty surprised if there was serious fear with his own players. One
of the things that you hear is that with Phil Knight, his age, that maybe he's involved, which he is. We understand that with Oregon, Nike, et cetera. He's involved in a lot of places. But and I'm asking you this, that if in fact that day comes when Phil Knight is no longer a part of anything, he's already got locked in for Oregon, but they have other people, right, that would take control of being able to fund whatever Oregon needs?
They've got other boosters, yeah, absolutely. But do they have other boosters besides Phil Knight? No, and no one does. I mean, outside of Oklahoma State and Boo Pickens, but Oregon's got successful boosters. They've got high-profile boosters, but they won't be able to just replace everything that Phil Knight does. It will have to be by a collective group, and even then it will be tough. But Phil Knight has positioned this program and this university beyond just football for years to come, even when he's no longer on this earth.
I'll tell you what's been impressive, Matt. Thanks for your time, is how Oregon has responded from that loss to Washington. Doesn't mean they haven't been challenged, but you could see a collision course. Obviously, they have to take care of business against ASU, and then my goodness, what the emotions will be anytime, much less this year, of course, with Oregon State. Thank you for your time on the update with Dan Lanning. Appreciate it. Matt Prehm, 247 Sports, covers Oregon. Again, this is 365 Sports. Appreciate Matt Prehm.